In this video, we're going to be looking over this Canon 7D crop sensor DSLR camera, and my purpose in making this video is to just put this one through a bunch of basic tests that I would figure you'd want to see if you were holding it in your own hands. And so before we get started, I'm just going to say that included in the sale here is this Canon 7D with this EF 35 to 70 millimeter lens, an aftermarket battery charger, and a USB cord. And we'll show these things a little bit later here. But first, let's get started with the camera. And if we pull the lens cap off, it's a generic unbranded cap. Looks like the lens is in pretty good shape. This is a 35 to 70 millimeter zoom lens, and it has a metal mount, mounts on here properly. So if we turn the camera on here, we can see the display on the top works, and the backlight in that also works. And the screen on the back works. If we want to look at some pictures that I took with it recently, there's some pictures, you can step through them here. And this camera does feature live view. I can push this, and then we can see back here. Now this camera has a pretty slow autofocus, and it's not going to be able to focus this closely either. We can see that it's trying, so that's working. I'm going to shut that back off. If we turn the camera up here, if we set this to the aperture priority mode, then this dial here sets the aperture. If we set it to time value, then the same control sets the shutter speed. If it's manual, then there's the aperture there, and the here manual, and shutter speed here. So that's all working as it should. I usually shoot an aperture priority. I should say that I had bought a Canon 7D, not this one, back when it was new in 2010, so I've had quite a bit of experience using one of these, and I thought, I still have it, and it's a really good camera. A nice pop-up flash there. This one, I'm going to turn the power off so I can eject the card here. It does have a small memory card in it. It's only 256 megabytes, which is not a large card for this camera. This is an 18 megapixel camera, and it does have one battery in here on the bottom, and it's an authentic Canon battery. One thing I should point out is that the cover here over the ports for the HDMI, the microphone, and the USB is loose. It is not attached at the top like it should be. It just comes off. But it does have the USB port here, and I did use the supplied cord to transfer images, and also to check the shutter count on this camera, and it turns out that it's actually quite low. It came out at 22,748 clicks, and it may be a few more than that now after testing, but it's in approximately that region. And so all in all, it's a fairly nice example of the Canon 7D. I do see a little bit of damage right here. These cameras were very tough. They were built to be knocked around a little bit, and still pretty good shape. I see there's also one rubber piece missing from right here, so be aware of that. Not that it really matters too much, but there was a piece of rubber that would have filled this spot right in here. And it comes with a Canon strap. It's not the original Canon 7D strap, it's just more of a general Canon EOS digital strap.